Hello, this is Peppermint, and during my challenge I got a hot cocoa slider card from Try Custom Designs. It goes in and out, slides in and out. And I also got this little mug from Kathy Randall. And so I'm going to do a tutorial on how to do this. And this is measuring 4 inches, I think. Yes, she's got this measuring 4 inches, and it's giving it plenty of room in here at 4 inches. But I'm going to show you how to do this with any size packet. So let's get started. Okay, you start out with 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, and you cut it in half. And then you will have a 5.5 by 8.5, like this. And I'm going to do Halloween because it's closer to Halloween than it is Christmas or winter months. So the center of a 5.5 by 8.5, the center of 5.5 is 4 1/4. So I'm going to measure 4 1/4 for no particular reason at all. Let's see, 4 1/4. Okay, I want to measure my packet. And this packet, this particular packet, measures 3.5. 3.5. And so you take 3.5 and you add 1/4 inch to it. That will give you 3 3/4. Take 3 3/4 and divide that number in half, and that is how much you add to 4 1/4, and also subtract from 4 1/4, and then you will get, when you subtract 1 7/8 from 4 1/4, you get 2 3/8. So let's measure 2 3/8 on here. When you add 1 7/8 to 4 1/4, you get 6 1/8. So let's go to 6 1/8, and let's give us a little mark. Now you can use your little marks to score, or you can just remember those numbers and score. So let's score this at 2 3/8 and 6 1/8. 2 3/8. And 6 1/8. And then, so that I can get a finished edge, now Rhonda didn't do that, but I'm going to give it a finished edge. And I know the reason why she didn't do it is because she didn't want the chocolate to get stuck on there. And she might have been doing a generic size, seems how she rounded it up to 4 inches. So I am going to turn the paper vertically, and I am going to score at 1/2 of an inch. And that's all the scoring that you need to do. So now I am going to crease all my lines, all my scored areas. And that will give us a little slider card that measures 3 3¾ and that gives you plenty of room for your packet that measures 3½. So let's glue it together. Lily, you all right down there? And both of these flaps will fold over. It doesn't matter which side you fold over. So, I'm going to catch the edge of one of these flaps. And you can use any kind of adhesive you want as long as it will stick and stay. Now, I have already cut a little piece of paper to use as decoration, a little piece of Halloween paper to use as decoration on here. And I misjudged it, so I'm going to take off a little bit. I'm going to take off 1/4 inch on here. There we go. And now I am going to glue this on here. And the finished edge I put at the top, and I'm going to have a hard time putting my hole in here because I don't have a crocodile. I just have a regular hole punch. But you can watch me struggle with it if you want. If you do it this way with no finished edge, it'll be a little bit easier if you don't have a good hole punch. So there we have that bunch of it. You see your packet slides in perfectly. Now this is more snug than Rhonda's. Now Rhonda has rounded up, and when you round up, then you don't have to work with as many fractions. And so some of you may want to do that. If you don't like fractions. Now I am going to hole punch up here at the top. First I'm going to find the center. The center is 1 7/8. Right there. So that is where I'm going to put my hole. Wow, got it. Then I'm going to get some ribbon. Get my packet. Well, first I'm going to put it through here. I'm going to put my ribbon through here. Then I'm going to open it up like that. Stick my packet down in there. And tie it shut. And here you have your little Halloween slider. You just take the bow and pull it up, push it back down. Whenever I saw this I had a hard time figuring out what it was, but I just fell in love with it whenever I saw that it would slide in and out. And so I did a little bit of research on how to do them, and there was like several tutorials on them. But I will have Try Custom Designs link to their channel in the description box below. And I also did some research on this card, and I never did see where I could easily access whether I could get this pattern real easy. I never did figure out where I could get this pattern. I looked on my subscription for my Cricut, and they didn't have anything like this. But I did see on YouTube where they were doing beer mugs, and then they were also doing a hot chocolate like this. And the handle here looks like she did it cut it out by hand. And so if she did, bless her heart, and thank you very much. It's one solid piece in the back, and then it folds over in the front, and then in the front it comes down like that. And I'm still going to have to think about how if I were to do one like this, how I would do it. And I hope Kathy doesn't mind me trying to duplicate it. So I hope you liked my tutorial. If you did like my tutorial, then please give me a thumbs up, and thank you for watching my video. Bye.